What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again. Today, I don't really know what we're going to be doing, but I know we are probably going to be doing some thrifting. But I heard there's also a comic sale that we might be going to, so we're going to go there first, and we'll see what they have, and then we'll go maybe Goodwill, because I haven't been to Goodwill in a long time. So we'll probably go there afterwards, and then we'll see what they have there. And then after Goodwill, probably go from there and see what we do with the day. So let's go to that comics sale and see what they have. First place we're going to is a hotel. They're actually having a comic sale here, so I'm gonna go on inside and we'll see what they have today. Maybe they might have some pretty good comics or two. Alright guys, just got out of that comic sale and I only found like a couple things there, so let's go over to Goodwill now and we'll see what they have. Alright guys, just found something weird inside Goodwill. They put Twilight right next to The Dark Knight. Robert Pattinson confirmed Batman. Alright guys, over at the first section of probably a million sections of movies that they have at Goodwill here, and I'll just show you guys what there is, and hopefully I can talk to you guys about what there is if I see anything good to talk about, because there's nothing really worth talking about, surprisingly enough. But down here there's nothing, and actually down there is just tapes, but up here, you know, once again, really nothing to talk about. So maybe I'll see something here. There's Outland starring Sean Connery. I don't know if that's really worth anything or not, but so far over here I found one thing, and that is about it. So that's it for the movies on this shelf. And then down here they have some TV shows, but just stuff that's very, very common. And up here looks like more stuff to not really talk about. They apparently have a sale on yellow right now, and there's pretty much nothing that's yellow. But down here, still nothing. And down here there's a couple more TV shows, but once again, just very, very common. Up here doesn't seem to be anything else. And over here was actually what I found, and that is a movie called Copycat. See if maybe that's worth anything, but nothing on that shelf. They have a couple of sealed titles here, but unfortunately nothing worth picking up. And another copy of April Fool's Day here. I did pick it up. I did pick a copy of that up last time I was here. But down here doesn't seem to be nothing. And down here, it's an old copy of Footloose. And there's a couple more TV shows down here, but nothing really worth talking about. But that is this section over here. So we'll go over to, you know, that other section, and then we'll hit over by the cashier, or the till, I guess. Alright guys, over at the other wall of movies here, and still really nothing to talk about. But I'll just let you guys take a look here, and I'll just pan down and across and everything, and I'll try and see if I can find anything. Bear with me, but there's just junk here, to be completely honest. But anyways, like I said, I'll just go down here, and you guys can take a look at what there is. But I'm not really seeing anything to talk about right now. But here's a copy of Children of the Corn, but I already have that. Down here, nothing. There's a copy of Hell's Kitchen. What's this? It's a Madden game for the PS2. There's a copy of Band of Brothers, which the case isn't in the best shape, but I have that on Blu-ray already. The Changeling. Now, of course, when I said I never saw that one, now I see it everywhere. But over here, nothing. I'm surprised at their lack of Blu-rays here. They usually have a ton of Blu-rays, but nothing really much here. Nothing really even for TV shows either, because I'm looking for a couple seasons of some stuff, but there's just nothing. But luckily enough, I did find like 2 things already, and that's about it. There's another copy of that X-Men Last Stand Collector's Edition. Looks like it's missing something though. But up here, this is a pretty cool set, this Memento one. It's got like really hard to navigate menus, and if you go into the right option or whatever, then you can watch like a cut of the movie that's in reverse. But the movie is of course already in reverse, so it's kind of in chronological order, I guess you could say. But up here, it's nothing. Of course, if you go to Goodwill, you gotta have your obligatory IMAX titles, which everybody seemed to buy and nobody seemed to watch. But there's some stuff there. Up here, there's a couple more sealed titles, but nothing really that great. And another copy of Ted, but that looks like it's a bootleg. Down here, what's this? Let's say by the Bell Season 5. Just said Season 5 on the spine, so I didn't really know what that was. But up here, copy of Assassin's Creed on DVD. That movie sucked. And then, yeah, that is pretty much about it for all the movies on this wall. So hopefully maybe we can find some more stuff over there. Alright, now over at the last section of movies, there's just the 3 rows here, so I'll probably be very brief, but yeah, nothing. So that's pretty much about it. 10 seconds worth of video here. Well, there are a couple good of PS3 games here, but they're all like 12 bucks each though. So maybe I might find something here, I'm not too sure, but that's it for the games. But they got a whole bunch of Xbox ones. Alright guys, just got back home from doing all of that shopping today. And while it was pretty strong for comics, I went to that sale that I showed to you guys at the beginning of that video, or of this video. And I went to Goodwill afterwards, and plus, after all that was done, I actually went to another comic book store. It's actually one I frequent a little bit, and he had a lot more than that sale did. Because that sale, unfortunately, I couldn't really talk in there or just kind of narrate stuff to you guys because it's just too tight in there and they will probably think something's up because everybody was pretty much checking on their phones what comics were what they're worth, or just what key ones they were looking for and that. But I at least managed to get a little bit of footage, so it was kind of good enough, I guess. But luckily, Goodwill, I could get some footage in there. So I think I'll show you guys the movies first, and that was pretty much about it for Goodwill. So I'll show you guys what I got for movies first, and then I will get into the comics afterward. So first movie I picked up from Goodwill is one that I actually rented from the library not too long ago. I watched it. It was one that I was kind of surprised that I didn't watch. I think I'll just... There we go. That's a little bit brighter. It was one that I watched not too long ago, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's not really... Didn't really think of it as a movie that I would really like, but I ended up picking it up here for $4.50. Unfortunately, none of the stuff I got was on sale today, but this is the 10th anniversary DVD edition plus digital copy of 10 Things I Hate About You. Like I said, I didn't really think at first that this was a movie that I'd enjoy. I do like comedies. I do like some teen comedies, but not really kind of sappy romantic ones, which is what I kind of thought of this movie at first. I watched it because a lot of people were saying it was really good. It was so good, you have to see it. And apparently, it was the 20th anniversary not too long ago of this movie, and I actually rented this on Blu-ray. And I watched it, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. Just a really kind of smartly written, really entertaining movie. Of course, starring Julia Stiles and the late Heath Ledger. May he rest in peace. Great actor, by the way. And this was a really entertaining movie, I found. I think it's based off of a Shakespeare play. I think it's Taming of the Shrew, maybe. But yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You. It's a really great movie. I'll just show you guys really quick what's in here. I don't really think the code's going to work, but there's the inside there. So you got the DVD on one disc, and then you have the digital copy on the other. Usually these ones don't work for me, the ones that have the discs and everything. But, you know, the 10th anniversary DVD edition, I'm happy to have this movie now. So, yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You. Decided to pick that one up because I do enjoy that movie. And then, next couple ones here are kind of more like thriller and horror titles. And this next one, I think I already showed to you guys in the video. And that is Copycat, starring Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunter. And it looks like somebody drew something on top there. But, you know, I never see this movie anywhere. And I've been actually wanting to watch it for a while. I think on the earlier years of my, my channel, I think I actually picked this one up on VHS. I've long since gotten rid of my VHS tapes, and now I'm kind of upgrading most of them, if not all of them already, to DVD or even Blu-ray. And Copycat is one of them. Copycat I did have on VHS, and now I have it on DVD. And this DVD is absolutely impossible to find, but now I have it. Apparently, I think it might be Might be some kind of movie about a serial killer, I think. So it might not be too bad. It's got a decent enough cast, I guess. You got like Dermot Mulroney and Harry Connick Jr. But it does unfortunately come on a flipper disc, though, which is, you know how I am with flipper discs. But this one was $3.50, unfortunately not on sale. But I just had to pick this one up because it was pretty much a diamond in the rough. There was really nothing at Goodwill. But yeah, copycat, wanting to watch it for a while, and you know, just a pretty weak selection of movies altogether. And then the last movie that I picked up is a horror one. It's actually quite common, but I just thought I'd decide to pick it up because this is another one I've been wanting to watch for a little while now, and that is 30 Days of Night. I've been hearing pretty good things about this one, and I'm always up for some Sam Raimi goodness, especially some Sam Raimi horror goodness. Of course, the Evil Dead ones are classic. Drag Me to Hell was really good. And this one, it's not directed by him, but it is produced by him. So, should be a pretty good time nonetheless. Probably takes itself more seriously than a lot of Sam Raimi movies. But there's the, of course, the Spider-Man ones are really good as well. Maybe not 3, but yeah, I'm always out for some Sam Raimi goodness. But yeah, 30 Days of Night should be a pretty good movie. It's about vampires, I believe. And it's based off of comic books, so win-win. I really like comic books, I really like comic book movies, and I like horror movies. So yeah, 30 Days of Night. And should be a pretty good time. But those are the 3 movies that I picked up. So a pretty weak last few weeks for movies, to say the least. But I am going to a couple different locations here soon, so hopefully I'll have better luck there. But that was it for the movies, so now I'm going to show you guys all of the comics that I picked up. It's not a really major stack, but there's some pretty cool stuff in here nonetheless. And I brought an empty bag and board downstairs for some reason. But yeah, anyway though, I'll start showing you guys what I picked up. So this first one here is one that I do have in my collection already. And I've been wanting to get the variants of these because I believe there's 3 different versions of it. And this is another one, and that is Spider-Man #1. This is the Spider-Man #1, and this is the first series with Todd McFarlane as writer and artist, I believe. And this being the gold variant, I do have the silver variant to one of my boxes. So all I need now is just the regular variant, and I believe the silver variant is the probably worth the most out of all of them. This one's second, and then the regular one third. But yeah, really happy to have all these in my collection now, and I love Spider-Man, my favorite superhero. But yeah, this is the Spider-Man 1990 series, I believe, and this is Torment Part 1 of 5. So yeah, Spider-Man #1. Let's put that aside there. And I also grabbed a couple of key issues. I'll point them out when I get to them. This next one here is actually a key issue, and that is Avengers #62. This being part of another series, I believe, and this is actually the first time that Scott Lang joins the Avengers. I kind of bought this one. It was on my list of comics to get, and it's been one I've been kind of eyeing up recently. And, you know, just because of Endgame, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of where he actually becomes an Avenger, but yeah, should be a pretty interesting read. I do enjoy the Ant-Man movies. They're not my favorite ones or anything like that, but I do enjoy the Ant-Man movies and everything. And just a pretty cool concept altogether. But this should be a pretty fun read. And I do like the Avenger ones. And actually, this next comic that I have here is an Avengers one. And this is part of the Heroic Age story arc, I guess you could say. And this is #3 out of all of them. I do have the first 2 in one of my boxes, so just thought I'd grab this one to get that whole story arc, I guess you can say. And then this next one here is actually kind of considered a key one, and I thought I'd pick it up. And actually, those first 2 ones that I showed you guys, the Avengers, the 62 and the Spider-Man #1, were the only 2 that I picked up at that sale. All the rest of these are the ones I picked up at the store. And this is the first one, or actually besides that Avenger one. This is another one that I picked up at the store for $6 that I couldn't pass on it, and that is Secret Wars #1. And I've been hearing rumors basically saying that the Russo brothers, because they did state that they were done after shooting Endgame and everything, once Endgame was released, they are done with Marvel. And the only way that they would come back to Marvel to do a movie is to do a Secret Wars movie or a Fantastic Four movie, I believe. But this is apparently the Secret Wars 2015 series. And I've actually read the first 2 issues of this one, so this one and then the next one. And this is a really good series. I highly recommend it if you guys are comic book readers or anything like that. I highly recommend this series. This is great. And definitely would make for a really awesome movie. Probably would maybe catch up to Endgame in terms of box office. But yeah, Secret Wars would be a really awesome idea for a movie. It has to do with like Doctor Doom and everything. And of course with phases 4, 5, and 6 coming of the MCU, it might be a possibility. But yeah, Secret Wars #1, really great series. And hopefully it, does get to be a movie in the future. And then this next one here is another key issue, and that is a giant size 100th issue of Web of Spider-Man. And this is apparently a first appearance, and it is the first appearance of Spider Armor. And this is the Spider Armor is what you see on the front here. It's also got this really cool holographic green cover on the back. And it's just a really cool looking comic and everything. It's in great shape, and for like $3, I thought I'd pick it up. It's a really cool comic. So yeah, Web of Spider-Man #100. And then this next one is actually kind of funny, and I thought I'd pick this one up. The guy at the store, he does have 2 boxes in the back full of probably comics that he just got recently. And this turned out to be one of them, and this is actually a variant, and this is Deadpool vs. Thanos #1. I was I was reading this one in the car, and it's actually pretty interesting, or more flipping through this. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't really have anything to do with Thanos, but it's just kind of Deadpool being Deadpool and everything, and then they're just like action figures on there. He's saying, you know what they say, 2 heads are better than gun, and then Thanos says that doesn't even... But, yeah, I just picked this one up because I thought it was kind of funny and pretty interesting variant. So, yeah, that is Deadpool vs. Thanos. And then this last one here is the one that I was probably the most excited to get. He also had this in his new bin. This is, of course, not the original one because I don't really have, like, $8,000 to blow on one comic. But this is a reprint, of course, or a facsimile release of The Incredible Hulk #1. Like I said, so incredibly excited to get this one. I believe this came out around 2004, dating by the ads in this one and everything. And it's just so supremely cool to have these, these classic first appearances in here and everything. And, yeah, this is just so cool to have in my collection. I do have the Iron Man 55, which, if you guys don't know, was the first appearance of Thanos. So, definitely glad to have that. But anyway, though, that is about it for this video. So we have all the comics right there, and all 3 movies right there. So anyway, though, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Twitter and Instagram links will be down below in the description of this video. And like I said in this live stream, I will add in a little... new portion to this outro here. Be sure to also click the bell on my channel to be notified of future videos, new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And, yeah. So, anyway, though, guys, and also be sure to check out my IMDb profile page. A link for that will be down below in the description of this video as well, if you guys want to check out what I've been watching recently. So, anyway, though, guys, that is about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. That is indeed it.